Look mom, I'm a real YouTuber now. So we're changing up the perspective a little bit because I do finally have a studio light. I have two technically, but I'm using just one for now because I think it's enough just for these kind of videos. But today's video was sort of inspired by a discussion that I had with some of the people on my Discord. And so basically we were talking about the newly revealed VEB01, so the first extra booster of the, well, rebooted series. And as you probably noticed, you know, so far the boss grade 3s that we've been shown for like VBT01 for example is like all the old stuff that was like basically at the start of the set. So it was like Alfred, Amaterasu, Imperial Daughter, that came in quite soon as well, and then like Perfect Riser and Dragonic Overlord and all these things that like they appeared pretty soon. Like they didn't take too long to actually appear in, you know, they were at the start of the original series and now they're at the start of the reboot. And so now when they started showing the stuff for the first extra booster, you know, we had some of the old units like General Siegfried for Spike Brothers that came in very early in the original, or like Gigarex that was also one of the first triple rares for Tachikaze. And so those are both old units, and I was like, okay, they're just gonna keep bringing back the old units and, you know, rebooting them essentially with new skills. But then I realized that machining Spark Hercules, the third unit that they showed off in the logo for the, or the cover art for the set, is actually a unit that came in very late in the original series. This was in BT15, which was at the end of the Limit Break era, but like the only time that Spark Hercules was ever shown in the anime was in the Legion era. So it's like this unit came in almost at the end of the originals, like almost into G. And on top of that, you know, it wasn't like for machinings they showed off two, you know, of the boss grade 3s, let's say, getting support. So that led me to think that what if Daikaiser actually gets, you know, shown or like introduced in the reboot, not maybe in the second booster that DP is supported in, but maybe even in the first one this year, because suddenly I'm like, sure, at first I was like, oh, they're just gonna have Dayusha, right? And like they might still just have Dayusha, but Daikaiser is arguably a lot more popular and a lot more defining of what the clan is. So I'm thinking maybe we'll actually have Daikaiser from the very get-go. And the fact that they're having units from that late into the series makes me think like maybe every clan won't have just the first generation of boss units, you know, to play with. You know, like for Nova Grappler, maybe in the second wave, we're gonna have like Ethics Buster come in immediately. Maybe for like the second wave of Royals, we'll have like Salome come in or something. And it just got me thinking like, maybe it's not just gonna be starting from zero. Maybe we're gonna have units that we already had, you know, in quite late in the original series coming in as the first unit. So like Spark Hercules, that was not the first or the second or the third main grade 3 for Mega Colony. It was at the very end of the original series. So that's why I'm thinking like for DP it could easily be Daikaiser. For like Aquaforce it could be Tetra Drive, you know, or like what was the Revon? Revon was the other boss grade 3, and like there were so many that they went through, so it's like there's a chance of all of these. Like there could be Lukier for Pale Moon from the very get-go as well, and so there's all these things that like it could possibly be. But just the fact that they had Spark Hercules not just as like a backup grade 3 shown, but as the main, like the grade 3 for Mega Colony for the reboot, makes me believe that maybe my boy Daikaiser will be coming a little bit earlier than I actually expected. So that's honestly it for this video. I was just honestly thinking like, at first I think all of us assumed really that we're just gonna go through the first few sets again, like all the old units again in the same order. So like I wouldn't be that excited for Pale Moon until like the second wave. I wouldn't care about Angel Feather for most of the time. So it's like a lot of these clans that I play now actually in G, but I don't care about them that much in the original series. Like especially Pale Moon, like until Luke here, I didn't really bother that much with it. So I'm honestly wondering how they're going to do this, because this makes me a lot more excited for, you know, the reboot as a whole, honestly. And so that's just one of my like theories, I guess, for the reboot. I have some others that I'm gonna make into their own videos later on, mostly regarding G stuff and how I think they're gonna like sort of put it into the reboot. But let me know what you guys thought of this video, what your ideas are, and what kind of boss grade 3s you're thinking that we might see in the reboot from the very get-go. Because to me, this was like the moment I was like, wait, we might get Daikaiser from the start. I got so hyped, and honestly, I think a lot of you, I don't know, maybe there's some of you that like Drag Ruler a lot and are looking forward to that coming back like a lot sooner than later, you know, things like that. I'm also not sure what this means for Link Joker anymore, because in the manga, they only have the leaders and then Messiah at the very end. So maybe they'll use Messiah from, you know, a bit earlier, or maybe we'll have... I don't know if we'll see Chaos, though. That one's a bit of an iffy one, because, like, Machining is like an archetype that's always appeared, but Chaos and like Starvaders are an archetype that never appeared in the manga. So we'll see how they deal with that. So that's it for this video. Let me know what you guys think, as well as any other of these great 3s that you're thinking about for your clients. I didn't name a lot of them, it's just basically the ones that affect me, but I'm also curious about which ones do you guys care about as well, and what this might mean for the reboot to come. So thank you very much for watching. I'm happy to have a proper lighting system. This is going to be for every video from now on that's like filmed physically, not like just me recording my voice. So also like deck profiles and like anything with cards will be with the same lighting, so it's going to look a lot better too. This also means that I can film in the dark after it, you know, I don't have to wait for it to be light outside, so that's also quite good. So that's it for this video. Again, let me know your thoughts, and that's basically going to be it. So on that note, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.